What's up, y'all? Tomy here, back with another video. You probably see the landscape's a little different. I'm actually down here in Colombia for a little bit, doing kind of like a work vacay thing. So, and I'll throw in some B-roll so you guys can check it out here in a little bit. But in this video, I'm going to be talking about how to actually get negative accounts removed from your credit report, okay? So I know there's a lot of people who, you know, you guys have reached out to me either through email or through the comments and things like that. And, you know, you guys asked me about certain accounts and how to get like charge-offs removed, collections, whatever it is, whatever your situation is. And I wanted to shoot kind of like a quick overview of how the actual strategy works, okay? So if you're interested in learning how to actually go about removing the negative accounts, what the actual strategy is, this video is going to be what's going to break it down, okay? So if you're interested, make sure you stay tuned. All right, so bear with me here. I'm outside, as you guys can probably see. So I got I took a few notes. I got some papers here that I'm gonna be kind of looking over. So if y'all see me kind of, it looks like I'm, you know, shuffling some stuff around. That's basically what it is, okay? So just kind of start off, guys. I want you guys to understand, this is the method that I recommend, okay? Like, I think that a lot of times, you know, people, they look at credit repair and they think it's kind of like some complicated thing to do. But if you follow the process that I'm about to lay out here, it's pretty concrete, right? You're gonna see that it's a process that anybody can follow, that, you know, it's not anything that needs to be groundbreaking or something that, you know, you need like a PhD to get done, okay? The real gist of it is, you know, you're just leveraging the law, right? The Fair Credit Reporting Act. You're just leveraging that act to be able to get accounts removed, right? You know, a lot of credit repair companies want to make it seem like they're doing some sort of like magic trick, or, you know, they know somebody on the inside. But really, when it comes down to it, it's you're using the laws, and you're basically using the laws against the credit bureaus, against the debt collectors, whatever it is, right? And so I'm going to give you the basic path that you can follow, the basic script that you can follow, where you should be able to get the I don't want to say the majority of your accounts removed, but just by following this, you're going to get a good amount taken care of, because majority of accounts have negative items reporting that are inaccurate, okay? I think it was something like the statistic a couple years back was like 80% of credit reports have some sort of inaccuracy in it, okay? So that's something that you want to keep in mind. Now, to jump into it, what is the first thing that you want to do? Now, I usually tell people the first thing you want to do is make sure that you're pulling your credit reports, right? And hopefully there's not too much wind out here, guys. I'll try to handle it in like the post-production and everything. But yeah, so what you want to do first off is you want to pull your credit reports, and you want to actually know what your credit score is. Now, I've shot a video on this, on how to get access to your FICO score, right? I think that's the score that you want to have. That's the most important score. So I shot a whole video on that you can actually get access to down below. I'll link it down below in the description so you can check that out. But yeah, so that's going to actually show you, you know, a little, what's called a tri-merged or a 3-bureau credit report. And the great thing about this is you're able to see your entire credit report for all 3 bureaus on one page, okay? And I know it sounds, you know, it sounds unimpressive, but that actually makes your job a lot easier, okay? It makes it so that now you're actually able to, see exactly where the errors are across the board very easily. So what you want to typically do is, like, once you get to the point where you actually have the credit reports, you want to kind of look at a specific section, right? For example, let's say that you're looking at an account, and on the account you see that there's, let's say, you know, for that same account across the 3 credit bureaus, on one of the bureaus it says that you owe $2,000. On another credit bureau it shows that you owe $1,500, and then another one says you owe $900, and this is all for the same account. By you seeing across the board that the amounts aren't even adding up, that, for example, can tell you that this account's not reporting correctly, and more than likely can be removed, okay? And that's where the benefit of it comes, because you're able to quickly see what's going on. Typically, what I recommend you do is, whenever you get to that point, then you want to highlight, you know, all the accounts, where basically highlight where you see all the errors, okay? Because that's going to come to your benefit later on, because you're going to actually point these out to the credit bureaus later on, okay? There's a step before you actually do that, and that's the mistake that people make, right? And I'm going to explain that to you here in a second. But you know, you're actually going to show those mistakes to the credit bureaus and basically force them to remove the account. They're going to have no choice, because by them not removing the account, they're basically breaking the law at that point. Now, the next thing that you actually want to do is you actually want to go and send a letter to the credit bureaus, right, or the debt collectors, telling them that you want to verify if it's a credit bureau or validate if it's a debt collector. Okay. Now, what I do is I go first with the credit bureaus, and you just tell them, hey, I just want to verify that everything's showing 100% correct. Okay. You want to verify, not you sending a letter saying, hey, this isn't mine, this isn't mine, this isn't mine. Because the problem is, if you say that to the credit bureaus and they prove that it's yours, like anything else you say after that, like they're not going to listen to you, right? Because it's like at this point, oh, this guy's just lying. He's just basically saying stuff he's just trying to get this account deleted, right? You want to just say, hey, I'm just verifying that this is showing up 100% accurately, okay? And that's where you can really win. Now, I have a letter, like one of my best performing letters for that. I'll link to it down below. All you have to do is click the link and then tell me where you want me to email it out to, okay? And I'll email you that letter. All you have to do with that letter, and it comes with instructions, but what you'll do is you'll just throw in all the accounts that you want to dispute in that letter. Now, what I typically do is I look at all the negative accounts that I want removed, right? Even if I see that they have errors or not, I will go ahead and throw those negative accounts into that letter. Okay, and because I'm just asking to verify, right? It's not going to hurt for me to throw those accounts there as well. Okay, so that's typically what I do. Now, the reason why you're asking them to verify and you're not just saying, hey, this isn't mine, this isn't mine, this isn't mine, is because then it flips it on them, right? You know, whenever you're the one saying it isn't mine, you're technically supposed to show proof that it's not yours, right? Oh, is it fraud? What is it? It's on you at that point. But whenever you're asking them just to verify, if they come back and say, hey, yes, this account's showing 100% accurately, it is now on them, right, to prove, or it's now on them. They're the ones who have made the claim, right? They're the ones who said, oh, this is showing up 100% accurate. So going back to that example I gave you earlier, like imagine if you're in a situation where you have the amounts that aren't showing correctly across the credit bureaus. Well, if all the amounts are different across all three of the credit bureaus for one account, then that tells you that, you know, if they all came back and said, oh, it's verified accurate, then that means at least two of them are lying, more than likely all three of them, right? And that's kind of how you want to look at it, because now they've admitted that this is correct. Because of the FCRA, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, they have to, they can only report things on your credit that's 100% verifiable and accurate. And by you reaching out to them, asking them to verify, and they saying that they did, if you can prove that they didn't, then they've just broken the law. Okay, that's really the gist of it, right? And that's where this thing becomes a game changer. And so once you do that, and they send back the letter showing that everything's verified, then from there it's kind of you now have proof that they are not doing what they're supposed to be doing as a credit bureau. At that point, what I would do is I would pretty much just reach out, take, that's why I had you highlight. You highlighted on the actual report that you had, all the errors that you were seeing. Now what you can do is the credit bureaus, they're going to send you actual credit reports, right? Based off, if you use the letter that I sent you, you're going to end up getting a full credit report and them saying what accounts are verified and everything. What you want to do at that point is take the report that they gave you, and you want to highlight where the errors are, okay? And then you could basically send them a letter back saying, hey, this isn't accurate. You said that it was 100% verifiable or 100% accurate, right? You verified that this was shown accurately. It's not. And because of the FCRA regulations, I want you to remove this account because of so, right? Because this, the data is wrong and inaccurate, right? Because this account is showing as closed even though it's still open, or whatever the case is, okay? And that's how that's the strategy on a basic level, okay? Now, this is pretty much what we're doing, right? And hopefully because of this video, it makes sense to you and you understand how, accounts are removed, right? I don't want it to sound like rocket science, and I've shot other videos, again, going more in depth in specific issues, right? So if you have collection accounts, you have hard inquiries, you have, repos, late payments, charge-offs, whatever it is, I've shot videos on those. I'll link to those down below so you can check it out. But, I want you guys to see that it's not rocket science, right? It's just about you following, a certain steps and certain procedures. And once you do that, then you're going to have success. Okay. So that's going to be the gist for this video, guys. Make sure if you enjoyed this video, you found value from this video, make sure you throw a like on this video. Also, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below so you don't miss any of my future videos as well. Okay. And lastly, if you have any other issues that you have about your credit that you want answers to, or maybe there's a certain type of video that you want to see, comment down below and let me know. and that way I can start, you know, prepping those videos and get those videos out. All right. And if you have any questions about your specific situation and wondering if this applies to you, throw it down in the comments. I'll be able to answer those, you know, as long as I can answer those comments that are coming in. I'll answer as much of them as I can. Okay. So that's going to be the gist of it for this video, guys. I appreciate y'all taking the time to watch. And yeah, guys, I will see you at the next one. Peace.